Welcome to Herbal Product Technology and Regulatory Science, Unit 12, Part 3. Let's begin with licensing provision and its overview for GMP guidelines. GMP certification is a mandatory regulation requirement for manufacturer of Ayurvedic, Siddha, Unani drugs in India under the Drug and Cosmetics Act 1945. Part 16 of the Drug and Cosmetics Rule 1945 specifically governs the manufacture for sale of Ayurvedic, including Siddha and Unani drugs. The GMP certification focuses on hygienic manufacturing conditions, qualified technical staff, standardized procedures and quality assurance systems. Compliance with Schedule T forms the backbone of GMP requirement for ASU drug manufacturer and it's verified by state licensing authorities. Legal framework under the Drug and Cosmetics Act. This provision defines licensing procedures, application formats, validity period, renewal process and GMP certification for ASU medicine. The rule empowers state government to appoint licensing authorities for enforcement within specified territory and its jurisdictions. Manufacturers must strictly adhere to this legal provision to operate lawfully and avoid penalties, suspension or sometimes even cancellations of the license for manufacturing as well as for the drug. GMP certification under these rules strengthen creditability, regulatory compliance and acceptance of ASU medicine in national and international market. Let's go one by one some important rules of GMP Schedule T. Rule 151, which is govern manufacture on more than one premises. Rule 151 addresses situation where manufacturer operates more than one manufacturing locations. Each set of premises engaged in manufacturing ASU drugs must be treated as a separate legal entity for licensing purposes. That means if the manufacturer is producing a same manufacturing product or same drug from different location, then each location will have a separate licensing. Separate application must be submitted for each manufacturing premises. This rule ensures independent inspections, monitoring and quality control of each facility. It prevents misuse of single license across multiple locations and ensure compliance with GMP norms at all the manufacturing sites. Rule 152. Licensing authorities. Who will provide the license for such premises? Rule 152 empowers state government to appoint licensing authorities for ASU drugs. These authorities are designated for specific areas through official notification in the state gazette. Licensing authorities are responsible for granting, renewing, suspending or cancelling manufacturing licenses for ASU manufacturer. They ensure compliance with GMP standards, Schedule T requirements and statutory conditions. These conditions and requirements are governed in different rules of a GMP Schedule T. Authorities also conduct inspections and verify technical staff qualification and infrastructural requirement. This decentralized system allows effective regulation and enforcement at local and state level. Rule 153. Application for manufacturing license. What will be the procedure need to be followed for get a license of manufacturing? Application for grant or renewal of ASU drug manufacturing licenses must be submitted in the Form 24D. Forms will be available on Licensing Authority website and offices. The application must be submitted to the concerned licensing authorities along with prescribed fee of 1000 rupees. This fee applicable as per the rules and regulation of licensing authorities. Renewal applications can be made before expiry or within 1 month after expiry without penalty. That means 1 month leverage or 1 month buffer period is given to the manufacturer to pay the fees without a penalty. Applications submitted after 1 month but within the 3 months require an additional late fees. Timely submission ensure continuity of legal manufacturing operations. Without a valid certificate, manufacturing of ASU drugs will be illegal and appropriate action will be taken on the manufacturer. Proper documentation and fee payment are critical for successful application processing. Day by day, the small players or small manufacturers in ASU medicine are increasing, and that is why every state level licensing authority also have a more burden. That's why this process need to be done in a stipulated time to smooth line the production of ASU medicine. Fees and duplicate licensing provision under Rule 153. Renewal fee of 1200 plus an additional 600 is applicable if renewal is sought after 1 month of expiry. Delayed renewal beyond 3 months is not permitted, leading to license expiry. In such case, the manufacturer need to apply for fresh licensing from the beginning, and it will take a required inspection period for the purpose of licensing. Manufacturer must carefully track license validity dates to avoid disruptions. A duplicate copy of a license can be obtained if the original is damaged, defaced or lost. The fee for issuing a duplicate license is 300. These provisions ensure administrative continuity while discouraging negligence. Rule 153A, Loan License Concept. Loan license concept is very common in manufacturing industry. Many large scale manufacturers, they allow or they lease the different locations as per their need and then perform the manufacturing procedure at different locations. In this case, they need to take a loan license for such facility. A loan license allows manufacturing without owning production facilities. The applicant uses manufacturing facilities of an existing licensed manufacturer with its permission and legal obligations. Applications for loan license are submitted in Form 24E. This arrangement supports small manufacturers and startups, and they also get benefited with the technology. The licensing authority evaluates both applicant credential and host facility compliance. During this inspection, the more focus and emphasis is given to the facilities are supposed to be equally contributive, as good as the manufacturer or as per its own facility. Loan licensing promotes optimal utilization of existing infrastructure. Loan license fees and renewal under Rule 153A. The application fee for grant or renewal of a loan license is 600 rupees. Renewal application must be submitted before expiry or within 1 month thereafter. Delayed renewal within 3 months requires an additional fee of rupees 300. Duplicate loan license can be issued at a fee of 150. Failure to renew within the 3 months result in automatic expiry of the loan license, and entire procedure need to be carried to get a new license. Loan license holder must meet all the GMP obligations applicable to regular licensee. Rule 154, Form of manufacturing license. Manufacturing license for ASU drug are issued in Form 25D. A license issue is subject to compliance with Rule 157, which governs conditions and requirements for licensing. The licensing authority must issue the license within 3 months of application receipt. Expert consultation in Ayurveda, Siddha or Unani system is mandatory before approval. Experts are approved by state governments and they have a approved list of experts which is published regularly with the regular instances. This ensures technical authenticity and traditional system integrity. Expert consultation in license granting. Expert consultation ensure adherence to classical formulations and practices. That means the classical formulation belongs to Ayurveda, Siddha and Unani. For that, particular expert in the field will be considered as an expert. Expert verify suitability of manufacturing processes and formulation. These steps safeguard traditional knowledge and scientific validation. The expert consultation mainly focus onto no alteration into the traditional system of medicine can be carried out during the manufacturing. Licensing decisions are based on both regulatory and traditional consideration. State approved expert enhance transparency and accountability. This process strengthens trust in ASU drugs regulation. Rule 155 Certificate of Renewal. Renewal certificate for manufacturing licenses are issued in Form 26D. This certificate confirms continuation of manufacturing authorization. The renewal is subject to continued compliance with GMP and Schedule T. Licensing authorities reassess infrastructure and technical staff during renewal. Timely renewal prevents operational interruptions. Renewal certificates reaffirms regulatory compliances. Rule 155A Renewal of Loan License. Renewal certificate for loan license are issued in Form 26E. Loan license renewal follows procedures similar to regular licenses. Manufacturing arrangements must remain valid and compliant as per the owner or original manufacturer. The host facility must maintain GMP standards. Any change in manufacturing arrangement or agreement must be reported. Renewal ensures legal continuity of loan manufacturing operations. Rule 155B GMP certification for ASU drugs. GMP certificates are issued to compliant ASU manufacturers only. Certification is valid for 5 years. Compliance must meet Schedule T requirements. GMP certification is granted alongside license issuance or renewal. It ensures standardized quality, safety and hygiene inside the premises. GMP certification enhance market credibility. Validity of GMP certificate. GMP certificates remain valid for 5 years from issue date. Continued compliance is mandatory during the validity. Anytime, as and when needed, the inspection can be carried out by the authorities and certificate will make invalid if the rules are not followed. Periodic inspections may be conducted by the authorities. Non-compliance can be lead to suspension or cancellation. Renewal requires assessment, reassessment of a GMP standards any instances. Valid GMP certification is essential for regulatory acceptance. Rule 156 Duration of manufacturing license. Manufacturing license are valid for 5 years. Validity applies to both original and renewed licenses. Licenses remain valid during renewal processing if applied timely. For example, If the license is getting expired on 31st January 2026, then license renewal process need to be begin from 1st January 2026. If the manufacturer do so, then the license remain valid till its expiry period. Even after that, within 3 months, if the manufacturer apply for renewal, then licensing period will be valid up to that extended period. Beyond that, the license will remain expired and expiry date will be considered earliest expiry date. License validity ensures regulated manufacturing operations. Continuity during renewal period. Licenses continue in force while renewal applications are pending. This provision avoids unnecessary production stoppages. Timely applications safeguard legal status. Authorities issue decisions after inspection and review. Delays beyond permitted periods are not condoned. Regulatory disciplines is emphasized at every stage. Rule 156A, a duration of loan license. Loan licenses are also valid for 5 years. Renewal follows Rule 153A for the procedures. Licenses continue during renewal processing. Failure to renew lead to automatic expiry. Loan license holders must maintain GMP compliance throughout the period of renewal. Validity ensures lawful outsource manufacturing as well as in-house manufacturing. Rule 157, conditions for grant or renewal. Manufacturing must occur in hygienic premises. Other than hygienic requirement, all the technical and staff educational requirements are also mandatory for the renewal. GMP certification is verified by licensing authority. Infrastructure and documentations are inspected during the inspections. Non-compliance lead to rejection or cancellation of license. Conditions ensure product quality and safety as well as its efficacy. Further rule says the technical staff requirements. Manufacturing must be supervised by qualified technical staff. The qualifications are also listed in Schedule T, Rule 157. At least one whole-time technical person is mandatory in the premises during the manufacturing processes. Qualification includes degrees, diplomas or pharmacy graduates. That means the B Pharm, Pharm D or D Pharm and Masters of Pharmacy students are acceptable as a technical staff inside the premises. In some cases, a specific qualification is required. For example, in microbiology lab, MSc in microbiology or PhD in microbiology should be available to perform the procedures. Experience requirement vary by qualifications. Registered Vaid or Hakim qualification are also accepted. Staff competency ensures product integrity. System specific qualification requirement. Ayurvedic drugs required Ayurveda qualified technical staff. Siddha drugs required Siddha qualified professional. Unani drugs required Unani qualified supervision or professionals. That means the person holding a degree in Ayurveda, Siddha and Unani can be act here as a technical staff. System specific expertise ensure authenticity of traditional medicine. Cross system supervision is not permitted. This provision preserves traditional medicinal integrity. So, with this we have done with the rules in Schedule T. In next lecture we will see the technical requirements and what are the specific requirements regarding manufacturing about the factory and infrastructure. Thank you.